Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Susie McCrae coming to you from Amherst, Massachusetts in the United States. Welcome. I am a very happy global founder in a company called OnPassive. Today is our public guest webinar, and you're going to hear about a business called OnPassive. And then after we have a few speakers, we're going to open up the Q&A, and I'll be back to give you instructions on that. Today's Q&A is for our guests only, so we'd like to welcome everybody. Our first speaker is MARTY DEGARMO. He comes to us from the state of New Jersey in the United States. For over 17 years, MARTY was a project manager in the corporate world for a very large global company. He traveled all across the world. And then in the last 15 plus years, he became part of doing network marketing, online opportunities, all of that. And he has seen everything. He's experienced everything. He has a lot of wisdom and knowledge about opportunities out there and how marketing online really works. And he's going to speak to you today and tell you a little bit about his story because he's been there, he's seen it, he's done it, and you're going to want to listen to him. So looks like he may be we all love Marty because he's a no nonsense type of guy. He's going to tell you like it is, and listen to him, and he'll let you know why when he heard about OnPassive, he knew this was the right business to jump on board with. Okay, Marty, it's all yours, and I'll be back for the Q&A.
Thanks, Susie. Hello, everybody. Welcome here on this Saturday, the 17th of July, which is unbelievable. Almost 500 people here. That's amazing. A little about myself. 61 years old, grandpop, live in New Jersey. I have been online for this is my 17th year. I got on for the same reasons as millions of others. Maybe not everyone, but a lot of people got on to try to find a way to make a little extra income, maybe through MLM, email marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever. It didn't matter to me at the time, whatever I could do. And I joined businesses, many, and one reason or another, it failed. Either the company wasn't what they said they were and they disappeared into the night, get up the next morning and they're just not there. Or it was so expensive you couldn't afford to stay in. The ownership was so much money that you actually lost money every month. I know I didn't get in to do that. And I found out the hard way that no matter what some guru might tell you, whether it's a man or woman, it doesn't matter. To follow them, do what they tell you, and you'll make money. It sounds good. They still do it today, and it's just not true. It's an absolute false. It's a lie. I don't know. Some do it on purpose, some don't. Maybe they really think it can happen. But let's think about it. Any business I've been in the first 10 years, same people make the money, and the 97% don't. So about 9 years ago, I ran into Mike Ellis and Dan Street. He's not here today. And I decided I need to learn how to market online personally because it's the only way you're going to make it. I had full time doing this because I wasn't working. And I learned, it took many hours and many dollars to even start learning how to build a team. And then I thought, wow, how's people going to have time to do this if they're a single parent or they're working 40, 50 hours a week? They can't. Let's face the facts. They can't. And it bothered me. But anyway, when I joined up with Mike and Dan, they had skills I didn't. So between the three of us, I love the idea of working as a team anyway, because you can bounce off each other ideas and all that. And then we got where we could build fairly large teams in the thousands. But guess what happened? I'm now meeting Marty 10 years ago. I'm meeting Mike Ellis 15 years ago. And they have no skills and they don't know. and I'm telling them I'm going to help you make money, and I'm lying like a rug. Not on purpose. I didn't mean to, but I really meant, oh, I'm going to help you, and I couldn't. So any business we got in, myself, Mike, and Dan were actually building many small businesses to help them build that business. And it was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. We build a little system. We'll try this and this will help you. Trying to bring people up to 4 or 5 years experience that they don't have. Has nothing to do with how smart you are. It's do you have the time? And that was a nightmare. About 2.5 years ago, talking with Mike and Dan, yeah, we can make some money. Yes, we can build a team. But the feeling of bringing people in and looking at them and saying, I'm going to help you, and I can't. It really got old. And it started feeling not so good. So I was thinking about maybe I'm not going to work online. I just don't want to. I don't like the idea. I don't like building teams and can't bring anybody with you. Well, I worked with Redfern, who's here today, and Peter Rogers a couple of years before that in a business together, and I trusted these guys. And I hadn't seen them for a few months, so I saw Peter when I saw Red, and I said, "What are you guys doing?" And they explained to me this business that you're going to hear about today, and I was blown away fairly quickly. The reason is the bar is pretty low at the time because I'm looking, Ken. So I asked them, in this business, can anybody make money? Yes. Do you need any special skills? No. So anybody I invited in has the same playing field as anybody else? Yes. They don't need any special skills? No, Marty. No, they don't. Okay. Auto ship, there isn't one. Okay. Packing my closets full of freaking potions and lotions that I really don't want. None. It's digital products. Okay, is it products that they're trying to sell that it's going to be double sell, just trying to get people to buy it? No, high demand right now, and they're being sold for the billions of dollars right now, today. Except they're brand new, state of the art. Blah, blah, blah. I went, I'm in. I paid the money. I'm in. I went to Mike Ellis here, and Dan, and what they call in the industry, barfed on them, and I don't even know what I told them, but they just signed up, I think, originally just to get me to shut up. But once we got the information and found out what was really going on with this business, I never looked back. We're not doing anything else, stopped anything. I don't look at anything else because this is a business that anyone, and I mean anyone, fat, tall, ugly, skinny, black, red, purple, if you happen to be, can make money in this business. And I met really, really experienced people that would know when they saw this how powerful it is. So what I'm going to do now, so that I don't ruin everything for you, I'm going to introduce Charles Osong. Now, Charles has 30 years experience in the IT sector, okay? Online, offline, was very, very successful. So he understood this digital product probably more than any of us when I got in. And he's going to explain to you in detail of how powerful this is and how fortunate you are that you came across this today. And like Susie said, we're not forcing anybody. We're not trying to talk anybody into anything. We're delivering a message and we're sharing this, and we want you to know whether you get in or you don't get in makes no difference to our success. We're doing it because we care and we want to make an impact as much as we can. So I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Charles Osong, my friend, business partner, and he's going to blow your socks off. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. What a story. And what an honor for me to be working with guys like you, yourself, Mike Ellis, Redfern, Susie McCrae. We're all here just to help out, guys. That's all it is. And you're going to be hearing my story. And my story is not that different from Marty's. Okay? If you're here today, you're a guest, someone invited you, you should feel very, very blessed, very lucky, because this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm tasked with bringing it to you. The way I normally do that is I just tell you my story. My story is always the same. It doesn't change. It's the same story, right? Mark Twain once said, as long as you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Okay, excuse my voice today if it's a little bit hoarse, but I'm gonna do my best. Excuse me. Now, I have been in the United States for a very long time, decades, 36 years to be exact. And during that time, I've worked like everybody else, sometimes 2 jobs just to make ends meet. For the most part, like MARTY just said, I have worked in the IT industry, and I'm pretty sure if you are familiar with it, you will know that it is a very, very broad industry, but I've been blessed enough to touch almost every discipline in that industry. But during that time, while I had this so-called good or great job, I have always looked for ways to make extra money because I have a big family and I love to help out. Big family both in the United States and outside of the United States. About 34 years ago, I came into the works of Mr. Warren Buffett, and he said something that has always resonated with me. And he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So every night before I go to sleep, I'm asking myself, am I making money or am I not making money? One good day, just about 4.5 years ago, I tendered my resignation from my corporate America job. I recall a colleague of mine looking at me and saying to me, Charles, you must have saved up a lot of money to be retiring this early. And I said to him, on the contrary, I have been working for so long, but can't seem to save up the kind of money that I would love to. So there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. According to Robert Einstein, you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That is his definition of what? Insanity. And I agree with him. So once I retired, I went and took myself a small office in Greenbelt in Maryland in the United States. And just over 2 years ago, a very trusted friend of mine came to my office and said to me, Charles, I must show you this opportunity. And just so you know, prior to retiring, I had been studying rigorously the behavioral patterns of successful people. And one of them is this: you bring them an opportunity, they will look at it inside out so as to make an informed decision. So I pretended to be like one of them that day. And I told my friend, yes, I'm going to take a look at this right now. But first, I have 3 questions, 3 prerequisites before I move on. This is going to save you time, save me time, because if we can't get through those 3 questions, forget it. I'm not going to be part of it. Okay? Question number 1. With this opportunity, if I cannot recruit, if I cannot sell to even one person, am I going to make money? And when I say money, I mean real money. Enough money to give me financial freedom. Now remember, I had time freedom because I was retired. But I was still looking for that ever elusive financial freedom. When you have the 2, time and financial freedom, then you can say that you have total freedom. So I asked my friend that day, with this opportunity, if I cannot recruit, and again, my friends, this is not for me, okay? Most people don't know how to recruit. And I want to make sure that if I'm getting into a business, it is good enough for everybody. If I cannot recruit even one person, am I going to be able to make that kind of money that will ensure my financial freedom? He said to me, Charles, with this company, you will be able to make enough for you, your children, your children's children, and beyond. That sounded like music to my ears. I have to tell you the truth. And I said, well, 2 more questions. Let's go to question number 2. With this opportunity, am I going to have to come out of pocket every month in, month out, to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it ownership. Am I going to have to pay a monthly ownership? He said to me, Charles, when this company launches, that means the company was in pre-launch. And he said, you will have to come out of pocket once, and that's it. I said, okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Let's go to the 3rd question, the last, but certainly not the least. Does this company have legitimate, viable products? Now, by legitimate, I mean legal. By viable, I mean necessary. Something that mankind, you and I, we need on a daily basis. If you don't have it, life is simply miserable. Think about your cell phone. Think about internet access, Wi-Fi. You don't have those, trust me, your life will be miserable. So that's what I mean. And so my friend said to me, Charles, you have an IT background. I am sure you will understand these products better than me. And I said, okay, I'll go back. I took a look at the products, came back to him, and I said, my friend, should this company succeed in what they're trying to do, we are going to have an internet shakeup. We're going to have an internet quake. But I also told him, we're going to have to wait some time, maybe 5 years, maybe more, before this company can realize this dream. He didn't like that, because he's like most of us. We want money now. We want instant gratification. And he said to me, Charles, why would you say that? I said, it's simple. You told me to take a look at the products, and I did. And I believe I understand what is going on. This company is using artificial intelligence, AI for short, in every step of the development process. AI, my friend, is a disruptive technology. And what do I mean by that? One that comes every once in a while, and it'll change our lives, like the internet. In other words, it'll disrupt our lives. AI is yet the most disruptive technology mankind has ever known. But AI is very involved. It involves machine learning. It involves empirical data. It involves millions upon millions of lines of coding. And for those of you who are familiar with software development, you will agree with me that this ain't no joke. This is time consuming. The reason why I told my friend, we're going to have to just buckle up and enjoy that roller coaster. But I also told him, I don't care how long it takes. I want to be part of this company right now. I had something we call FOMO, fear of missing out. I had missed out on a few opportunities earlier on in my life, and I wasn't going to miss out on this one. Not for any length of time, and not at any cost. So I asked him, how much is it going to cost me to be part of this company today? And I was expecting some humongous amount of money, something like $20,000, even more. I had my credit cards ready. In the United States, we don't need cash. We just need plastics, my friends. And I had a few of those at the time. But my friend looked up at me and said to me, Charles, believe it or not, all you need is $97. $97. I looked at him with disbelief and I said, you got to be kidding. He said, no, I'm dead serious. I said, okay, well, here's my card. Put it on there. By the time we were done, it had costed me $102. So yes, there is a small $5 charge that the banks will charge you if you use a credit or debit card. Big deal. I told him, my friend, I don't have 5 years or more to be monitoring this business. So do me a favor. When they are closer to launch, call me, text me, email me, do whatever it is to get me informed so I can get more involved. He said, deal. 8 months later, he gave me a call. Charles, the CEO of this company wants to talk to all of us in 1 week's time. Can you make yourself available? And I said, why not? 1 week later, I hopped on a webinar and there was Mr. Ash Mofara. Mr. Ash Mofara, my friends, is the CEO of this company. Mr. Ash Mofara, for those of us who have been around for some time, we've come to know and love him. Why? Not only because he's going to help us make money, and I can assure you, he will help us make tons of money, but also, and more importantly, because of his heart for humanity. There are quite a few geniuses out there. There's Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Eric Wan, just to name a few. These guys, all of them have the brains. But do they have the heart? My friends, as you come to join OnPassive, you're going to find out that our CEO, not only does he have the brains, but also he has the heart for mankind. And that is why most of us leaders, myself particularly, resonate with him so well. But mind you, I was listening to him for the first time that day. And he came on and he said, folks, we have been making a lot of progress. In fact, we are closer to launch than ever. That statement threw me off. I was saying to myself, just 8 months earlier, I told my friend we want to be waiting for the long haul. All of a sudden, here is this dude telling us we are closer to launch. Whom is he kidding? But he got my attention, and I was listening keenly. And he said, we've gone to Bangalore in India. For those of you who are familiar with that part of the world, Bangalore is like the biggest technical city in India. But if you look up behind me, you're going to see a building. It's also behind MARTY. It says OnPassive. This building is in high-tech city in Hyderabad. This building was non-existent at the time. Mr. Mofara had gone to Bangalore and he had leased 2 floors in a high-rise building, he said. And he said, we have hired 200 engineers, the best of the best. And these guys are working day and night to make sure our dream is realized. So now, in my head, I am thinking, most startup companies are going to have 20 to 25 engineers. Most startup companies are going to have these engineers work 8, maybe 9, maybe 10 hours a day. I know, because I've been part of a few of those. Now, Mr. Mofara goes to the source. And when I say source, for those of you who are familiar with India, or familiar with technology, I want to say, Indians are the best in the game. He goes to the source. He didn't get 20 or 25 engineers. He got 200 of them. And they're not working 8 or 9 or 10 hours a day. They are working around the clock. They are taking turns 24/7 to make sure this dream is realized. So in my mind, I am starting to think, yes, with this kind of a resource, you are able to cut time frames. Yes, with this kind of a resource, you are able to do in 2 or 3 years what's supposed to take 5 or 6 years. So my belief factor goes off the roof. Mr. Mofara went on and he said some of us have been unethical and we're going to come up with an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. And I'm going to let Redfern talk to you about that later on. But 2 months later, he came up and said the NDAs are out. Go back, take a look at them. I did. And by the time I was done, it occurred to me that this is that time I told my friend, call me, text me, email me so I can get involved. I said, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm going to call a few friends to my office and we're going to have to spread this word because I looked at the time, money, energy spent from the time I got involved up until then. And I said, this is no longer a joke. So my friends came to my office and we brainstormed how best to spread this word. We are going to become men on a mission. I am a man on a mission, and I want all of us to become men on a mission. We brainstormed and came up with Zoom. Thanks to technology, with Zoom, all you need is a smart device. It can be a smartphone, a laptop, an iPad. You need internet access, and you are on. So what is this company again? OnPassive. If you look behind me, you'll see it. And that name was not given by chance. This is a passive opportunity. That means what? You come in, you pay your little money, the employees, the engineers, they go to work on your behalf, and you sit back, relax, money in your bank account. Our CEO, Mr. Ash Mofara, and founder, yes, he has so much experience in artificial intelligence. He graduated with masters in e-commerce. He went back to Harvard, did some more studies on AI online businesses. This guy is a guru when it comes to traffic generation. My friends, traffic is the reason I can dream today. Traffic is the reason I can invite you all to dream with me today. So what is traffic? Let's spend a couple minutes talking about traffic. Traffic is the most fundamental element in any business, offline or online. But most of us, we have an age, we are more used to offline businesses, so let's start there. Say you have an offline business, and it can be any business. It can be a car dealership. It can be a hair salon, doesn't matter. But let's just assume that you have a restaurant, and I have the same exact restaurant, only because I love food, and I know everybody eats, okay? Your restaurant is located in a busy area, a shopping mall. People come in and out all the time. My restaurant, on the other hand, is hidden. It is located in a back alley somewhere. Well, your restaurant is going to fare better than mine. And here is why. People are going to come to that shopping mall, minding their own business, to do their hair, their nails, buy some clothes, maybe just window shopping. Doesn't matter what it is that brings them to the shopping mall, Eventually, they'll get hungry. They'll look up at your restaurant, wander into your restaurant. And the end result of that is what? Sales. My restaurant, on the other hand, is going to suffer because people are going to have to know that it is there. People are going to have to leave their homes deliberately just to go there. So it suffers. It suffers from what? Traffic. So what is traffic? People, customers coming in and out of your business. That's it. Now, what about traffic online? But before I go there, I want to say this. In this day and age, you have that business offline, like the restaurant, you better get yourself an online presence. Otherwise, you will be smoked by your competition. So what am I saying in essence? Yes, it is true that we have lots of businesses offline, millions upon millions of them. But it is also true that we have more businesses online than we do offline. Billions of businesses online. And all of these businesses thrive on traffic too. Without traffic, they are dead. So what is traffic online? Clicks, my friends, clicks. If you have a business online, say charlesosong.com, the first thing that needs to happen for you to make a sale, someone has to come and click on it. No clicks, no sales. The more the clicks, the more the sales. So we have individuals online, businesses online, small, large. How do they make money? By driving traffic to all these billions of businesses online. Typical example, Google. And then we have something called targeted traffic. Even better. What is targeted traffic? Say you go online to look for a TV, and then somebody comes behind you and whispers on your ear, go to charlesosong.com. And the moment you get there, all you see are TVs, all sizes, all colors, all prices. Your chances of buying, very high. Well, guess what? That store just got itself a targeted traffic, a targeted customer. Our CEO and founder that I just mentioned to you guys a few moments ago is the best in the game of driving targeted traffic. He proved himself. When he graduated, he joined a few businesses. He got involved, drove customers to them, bunch of customers, drove affiliates, bunch of affiliates. Yes, he made some millions doing that. And these companies also made lots of money. But unfortunately, most of them went out of business. Why? Remember, guys, I told you in the beginning, legitimate, viable products. No legitimate, viable products. Any company is just a time bomb. So Mr. Mofara and his family, notably his wife, are going to sit down and say, you know what? We need to stop driving traffic. We need to stop sending customers, people that we care about, to businesses that will eventually go out. So we are going to start our own. We're going to have legitimate, viable digital services. We're going to have founding members, you and I. We will drive traffic to them. They will make money. We shall make money. And everybody is what? Happy. My friends, that is the birth of OnPassive. So over 3 years ago, and I mean over 3 years ago is important because there was no pandemic. There was no COVID-19. These guys were just visionaries. They're going to sit down, Mr. Mofara and his friends, and they're going to say, we are starting our own. We need services, legitimate, viable services. We have close to 8 billion people on earth. And at any point in time, statistics show That 7 million of them are online. Now, 7 million more than 3 years ago, you can imagine what it is today. You can multiply that number by 10 maybe, but 7 million is still a lot. And these folks are looking for services. What kind of services are they looking for so we can provide them? Well, some of you online are doing what we call online banking. I know that. I do that sometimes twice a day. And I know a bunch of you do that. And when we do these things, there are people online who are monetizing on our services. Businesses monetizing on our services. And these guys are going to say, hey, with AI, we can do that even better. Some of us online are doing what? We are on our favorite social media platform. LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I love Facebook. But when we're on Facebook, what are we doing? We are sending texts, photos to friends, family members, classmates, colleagues. Well, guess what that is called? It's community, my friends. And these guys are going to say, with AI, we can have our own community, even better, even bigger. And as you come to join us, you're going to find out, still in pre-launch, our community is way over 772,000 and climbing by the minute. Some of us online are doing what? E-commerce, drop shipping, email marketing, bulk emailing. Well, there are people online, I can assure you, making 6- and 7-figure income just doing email marketing. I know that. I thought about it once upon a time. And these guys are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can have our own, even better. Some of us online are doing video conferencing, just like you and I, right? If you can see me, you can hear me. It means you went to some application online called Zoom, you put in some code, and there you are. It is called video conferencing. Zoom, as we speak, is making serious money from us. But Zoom is not the only one. We have Skype, we have AnyMeeting, Cisco WebEx, Google Hangouts, Microsoft Teams. We have a plethora of more than 25 of them making serious money, especially since the pandemic. Zoom is the most popular amongst all of them. Why? Because it is the most user-friendly, but not for long. You wait. You wait until OnPassive unleashes our O-Connect, our own webinar platform. Some of us who have been founders for some time, we've been fortunate enough to have a sneak peek at it. It is clearer, 3D, faster, more secure, end-to-end encrypted, more scalable, and above all, guess what? More affordable. Like my friend Mike Ellis always says, at a lower price point. Now, prior to COVID-19, Zoom was averaging just about 10 million participants a day. Well, guess what? April 1st, 2020, same company took a statistic. That number had risen to way over 300 million participants a day. November 30th, 2020, Forbes magazine came out with a report. Zoom has made more profits than ExxonMobil, the decades-old American oil company. What does that tell you? The world is going digital. The world is going virtual. Ever since the pandemic, every university, high school, middle school, elementary school, asking students to take classes virtually. I have seen pastors, men of God, women of God, having virtual prayer studies. I've seen virtual weddings, all kinds of stuff. And these guys at OnPassive, they are going to say, you know what? With AI, we can do all of that even better. Well, let me just tell you this. When OnPassive launches, there are big players in this space, video conferencing like Zoom, oh yes, they will know. They will know. There's a new sheriff in town. Now, let's talk about another service, Virtual Private Network, VPN. Sounds like a mouthful, VPN, right? What is it? Fancy word for a tunnel. It's just a tunnel that cuts across a major network such as the internet. Employers use it so that their employees can get into corporate data without fear of hackers, fear of bad guys. Ever since the pandemic, every company, most companies, Facebook, Microsoft, even the federal government, asking employees to work from home. Well, that means what? That means somebody is monetizing. These guys at OnPassive, they are going to say, with AI, we can have our own VPN, super, super smart, more secure, more scalable, and above all, more affordable. When we launch, the big players in this space, like Cisco Networks, they will know there's a new kid on the block, I can assure you. Now let's talk about one more service, search engine optimization. Sounds again like a mouthful. What is that? We know of search engines. We know of Yahoo. We know of Bing. And for those of us Apple enthusiasts, we know of Safari. And then there's Google. Everybody knows of Google. Okay, it's almost a household name now. Well, these companies are all free. You can go to Google 10 times a day, 100 times a day, free of charge. Okay, you go to Facebook as many times as you want, free of charge. Yet these companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. How do they make money? Most of us don't know. Frankly, most of us don't even care because it's none of our business. But let me tell you guys, the biggest way that Google makes money is through search engine optimization. And let me tell you how that works. Say you go to Google today to search for something. And it could be anything. It could be a phone, a watch, it doesn't matter. But let's just say it is a camera. Only because I market my cameras through Google. Okay? What happens? A bunch of them will pop up. And one of them is going to be from my store. And if you click on that camera from my store, you just costed me money. They call it pay-per-click. So Google says you market something through us, you advertise something through us, and the customer comes looking for that item. We are going to optimize our search, yeah, because you've paid us. We're going to bring that item to the top so that they can see it, eyeballs. Once they do, game over. You pay us. So I have a credit card on their file. They just bill me directly. So guess what? A small business person like me, I'm paying Google every month, averagely $400 every month. Believe it or not, I'm also paying Microsoft. Why? Because Microsoft bought over Bing, and I'm using them. I'm paying GoDaddy for domain name service. Every business online must have a domain name. So when you hear .com, .net, .org, that is a domain name, and somebody is monetizing. And as you will find out, OnPassive is going to help us monetize the same way that GoDaddy is helping others monetize. OnPassive is going to help us monetize the same way with search engine optimization. By the time you type the first character, because of AI, it is going to know exactly where you're headed. My friends, this is value. What am I doing, or what have I just done? Just gave you a few of the services that OnPassive is putting together. There are more, but I just gave you the ones that we can relate to, the ones that we use on a daily basis. Now, what is OnPassive doing? OnPassive simple. If you're an individual online, you're a business online, small or big, and you need a service, we've got it for you under one umbrella, same place. In IT, we'll call it single sign-on. And here's a big word for you to take home, my friends: integrated. No company on earth has ever succeeded in integrating all of these services, but OnPassive is already there. This is value. I told you guys earlier, you don't have to recruit to make money. You don't have to come out of pocket every month to pay some auto-ship. And above all, we have the most legitimate, viable digital services in this day and age, my friends, you will be hard pressed to find this in any company out there today. And if you do, take my word for it, give me a call, and I will be your first customer. Now, I'm going to hand over to Mr. Redfern to explain to you guys what it takes to become part of this company. Mr. Redfern has been with OnPassive almost since the beginning. He understands this business inside out. There is nobody better than him to explain this to you. So, Mr. Red, take it over.
Thank you very much, Charles, and welcome everybody here. I am super excited. As Charles said, I've been in OnPassive for a very long time. Every single time I hear any webinar, whether it's Charles's, Mike's, or anybody else, I am so excited about the prospects of OnPassive and this founder's opportunity, which he has shared with us today. Fantastic job, as always, Charles. I am so excited about the future for all of us. So what exactly is it going to cost you guys to get involved as a founder? As Charles rightly said, it is all done for you, 100% automated. This means this is an opportunity for absolutely anybody, no qualifications. You don't even need to know anything about a computer, the internet, or anything. All you have to do is to become a founder. And right now, that founder's position is going to cost you $97 US. Okay, it is as easy as that. So how exactly do you sign up? Well, the first thing you must do is get back to the person who has shared this webinar with you. Go back to that person, ask them for a registration link. They will give you that. Once you have that registration link, just click on it and fill out your details. This is your name and email address. And then that will take you to the payment page. Now, depending on what country you're in, you can pay by credit or debit card, Visa and MasterCard. You can pay by cryptocurrency and a couple of other ways as well, depending on your country. Once that has gone through, guys, then you need to log back in one more time. Okay, and this will pop up a thing called an NDA. This is a non-disclosure agreement. This is as much to protect the company as it is to protect you. Now, this is a really good thing. This is not a bad thing. It is quite long. It is very in-depth, but this just shows how dedicated, how serious this business is. Okay, because if it was just a fly-by-night, if we were just trying to get money out of everybody, we would not go through all this effort to have a very long and decisive NDA for all of us. So just give that a read all the way down to the bottom. There is 2 boxes you need to click over on the left-hand side. And once you've done that, then you sign it digitally, either on a device with your finger on the screen, or you can do it by a digital signature on your computer. Once that's been sent off, then you have access to your account. Now, the next time you have to pay any out of money pocket, okay, is when we come to launch to the world. Now, this is going to be imminent. We are so close to that time period of launching to the public. Once we get to that point, you have to activate your account. Now, at the moment, we know that this is going to be around about the $250 US. It might be less, it might be more, but it's certainly going to be around about that figure. Once you pay that amount, then you have activated your account. And then guess what, guys? You can start withdrawing any funds immediately. If they are in your account, you can withdraw them. You can withdraw them into your bank account in local currency. You can withdraw it by cryptocurrency and other methods as well, depending on your country. So that is how you get a founder's position, and that is how you activate your account. Only out of pocket twice, $97 and $250. After that, any subsequent payments come from commissions that are generated from the company. Okay, so that is a really important thing to remember. Okay, the maximum it is going to cost you is around about $350. Once that's paid, you're good to go. Now, I'm going to leave you with a couple of little things here just to get your head around, okay, to really start thinking about what OnPassive can do for you as a person and the rest of your family. Amazon, we all know, is the largest internet company around. Okay, they've been around for about 20 years now. But one of the things you probably didn't know was that Amazon have produced 40,000 millionaires in that time period. Now, they don't want to give any money away. They want to keep it all to themselves. I mean, look at Jeff Bezos. He is one of the richest people in the world right now. Now, he didn't get there by default. He got there because he keeps all of his money. Ash Mufareh, our CEO, like Charles Song has just told us, has a heart for humanity. He wants us to be successful. He wants that 97% to have a fair shot at making a residual income online. Just imagine how many millionaires will be produced from OnPassive. You as a founder have that opportunity to be one of those people, whether you got in 3 years ago, 1 year ago, tomorrow, or today. You have exactly the same opportunity to be one of those millionaires. So the time is now, guys. Really is the time to seize the opportunity. And, you know, as they say, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not so sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it. And that is a very important saying, because there is no time like the present to get involved. The other thing I'm just going to leave you with as well is the decisions you make today will have an impact on your life, your family, your friends, and people around you in 2 years' time. Today is the day to take that leap of faith, to trust the person who has invited you to have a look at this opportunity. For $97, guys, it really is a no-brainer. And the best of all of it is, guys, that $97 comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee from the company. If you don't like it, you can ask for a refund and you will get a refund from the company. And also, if you don't believe what I've just said, you can pay by credit and debit card like Charles did, using your Visa or MasterCard, and you're covered by their guarantee as well. So get in, guys. We'd love to have you on board. Enjoy this journey as a founder. We are very, very close to launching to the world now, and we want you on board with us. Back over to you, Charles and Susie.
All right, Susie. I think if Mike Ellis has a word or two to tell the founders, we can hear him before we go to Q&A.
Sure. Hi, Mike.
Mike, I'm sure you have something sweet to tell this new guest here today.
No, Charles, great presentation as always. And you and Red have really covered a tremendous amount of information about OnPassive. For those individuals that are new here, I know your mind is probably spinning and you're going to have questions. Don't be shy. Come on. This panel can answer any questions you have. And like Susie said, there's no pressure here. We want you to get the full picture. And once you understand OnPassive, what they're doing, and more importantly, what they can do to your bottom line, you're going to find a home and you're going to find a way forward to really take care of those monthly woes that we all have and get to a place where you don't worry about finances. So again, Charles, Red, great job. Come on in, you all that are new, and ask your questions and we'll give you the best answer we can. Susie, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Mike. Always your words of wisdom. Charles, great presentation. Love hearing Marty, and everyone loves to hear Red and his accent. He's got quite a following. So we're going to open up the Q&A, but first I'm going to maybe give you just a very quick insight. You see us here on the screen. We volunteered to do this. We volunteered to do this because we are hooked on the vision of OnPassive. And we run these webinars to help explain the business for our other founders and their family and friends. And the benefit is greater for you to get in. I'm going to say that again. You are going to benefit more by getting in. We are here to help answer your questions and explain things. So I'm going to tell you how the Q&A goes, and I've got a few in the chat that we'll go through. This is for guests only. So we have 7 people with their hands raised. I'm going to bring you on to the panel. Your screen is going to change a little bit. And then I will call on you to unmute yourself and turn on your video. And you'll have access to that once you come on to the panel. This is for guests only. If you're a founder, please lower your hand so I don't bring you on. So as we're waiting to do that, we have a question. What are you offering to these companies, large and small, in an all-in-one package? So would someone like to talk about maybe the products when we launch?
Yeah, I can start it off, Susie, and then Red and Charles and Marty and you can chime in. OnPassive is a really unique company. Yes, you can come in and get all the products of OnPassive, but as we look at OnPassive, they're primarily a customer-based business, even though we have the privilege of participating with OnPassive. And there will be very, very large companies coming in with a set of products that they want, and OnPassive will give them exactly what they want. If they don't want all the products, maybe they want a funnel builder or a webinar or a webinar platform or a number of tools. They'll customize those for that particular company, and then obviously they're going to have to pay for them. So it's going to vary depending on who we're talking about, whether it's a Fortune 500 company, whether it's an individual that's a marketer online and he wants the automated marketing platform with all the tools we use to market online. But in the end, really, people can come in, pay the $250 right around there. That's a subscription fee, and get all the products of OnPassive for a very, very low price. And that's really what Ash Mufareh does. He gives people value, and tremendous value you've never seen before. And because of that, our market today is about 5 billion people. There will be something in OnPassive for all of them, and they're all going to come in their own unique way, whether they hear it from a friend or some advertising or whatever else. And OnPassive will tailor what they need as they come in and ask. Hopefully that answered the question. You all can kind of chime in and add to that if you'd like.
I want to add a little bit, and then Red can tell the truth. I'm just kidding. Listen, the main thing with this company, and it's emphasized by the CEO every day, every time I ever hear him talk, is value, like Mike said. And to give me an example, my opinion, you hear about competition. Okay, Zoom's been going for years. They made $139 billion last year. All these things, all these companies, but what do people want? They want value. If I could, this Zoom that we're on right now costs $8,000 a month to run it. $8,000. Now, let me give you an idea of what value is. The company would give anyone a product like this, that you're looking at right now, and 49 other ones for somewhere around $250. That's value. There is no competition when you do that kind of value. None. If you pay $1 and you get $100 worth of value, you're going to go there all day, every day, twice on Sunday. People in the world want the best value, the best products for the lowest amount of the lowest price. And there will be no one lower or better than OnPassive. So, I mean, it's going to be a runaway. Okay. I don't, it's going to take time, and what happens with any company, and it's happened to the last 50 years, is companies get complacent and think, nobody's going to touch me. I'm the king of the hill, and boom, 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 boom. In the United States, there's a company called Kmart. Kmart was the main big company as far as stores go, and department stores, and here comes Walmart. And they laughed at Walmart. Who are you? You're a five and dime. What are you going to do to me? Well, I don't need a crystal ball to tell you what they did to Kmart. I don't think there's any left. And, the same thing, Amazon started as a bookstore, selling old books. Who comes online 2 years later? Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble's a multi-billion-dollar business. Where is Barnes and Noble now? Why was there a change? It was value. It had people are looking for value. People don't want to just throw their money out there. The value of OnPassive will be the biggest deal in the last 50, 60 years. I see what it is. I know what things cost because I do market with Mike, and it's expensive, very expensive, and you get no guarantees. With OnPassive, they're going to make you an expert on day one. You don't have to know anything. I know people think, oh, these customers, I don't want to deal with them. Guess what? You won't even know who they are. You're just going to get a little bit of money from each one that walks past your cash register. It's that simple. It really is that simple. That's all I got.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just chime in just for a quick question on with as far as businesses are concerned with OnPassive. Now, a lot of people are thinking about their own businesses. There is a couple of criteria that you need to point out before for people, and one is your business has to be legal, it has to be registered for it to be hosted on the OnPassive platform. Yes, OnPassive will be able to drive traffic to your business, and that is standalone from OnPassive. You'll be able to bespoke it, where it goes to, and categories, etc. But one of the really, really important things to remember as far as businesses OnPassive is we're going to have our own marketplace, guys, very similar to what Facebook has. And we are at the moment sat at 770,000 founders. That is 770,000 eyes on people's business instantly within the OnPassive ecosystem. We also estimate that within our first year, we will have 100 million customers. So every single business that comes online with OnPassive is instantly going to have 100 million people looking at that product within the OnPassive marketplace. We will be the hunted as far as businesses are concerned. They will be falling over themselves to have OnPassive host their businesses within our own ecosystem because of what Charles was talking about. One of the things which is so important is traffic. If you do not get eyes on your product and service, you are dead in the water. OnPassive is going to deliver for that, not only for us as individuals, but also for you people who have your own businesses. Thank you, Susie.
Okay, thank you everyone for responding. We have a few questions in the chat, but I'm going to go to the people who we've brought on. First, if you could unmute yourself, Puspalata, if you could unmute yourself and or turn on your video. Puspalata. Okay, we will try Naformia Formanka. Naformaniai Formanka. If you could unmute yourself. Okay, we do know we have some questions from, oh, here we go. Chu, okay, Naformanai Formanka, what is your question, please?
Good afternoon.
Hi, we can hear you.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we're hearing you.
We
Yes,
hear you. What's your question, please?
Okay. I wanted to find out how secure is the investment, because I believe so much in online investment, and I have put my monies on the other panels, and then it's like after a while the investments start to like, oh, we are sorry, because of this we cannot pay you off, or because of that because of the fall in the value of Bitcoin, the currency, because of the COVID stuff, the agency has shut down its doors. So I wanted to find out how secure the OnPassive can be, because I have faith in OnPassive, seeing Charles, because from his family name, I think I know where he's from, and I think I'm safe. I'm more secured knowing that I have someone on the founder who I can really contact if I have any difficulty. I just want to know how secure it is.
Okay, who would like to respond to his question?
I see Mike is ready to do that. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no, I can do that. When you talk about how secure your investment is, number one, it is not an investment. Okay, you're coming in and you're actually starting a business with OnPassive. Okay, you're going to be participating with OnPassive, so it's not an investment. And Charles said that you go out of pocket once and that's all, and that's true. Red talked about it also. The total amount of money you'll put into OnPassive is right around $350. After that's put in, you will never go out of pocket again, ever, ever, ever. And when we look at OnPassive and the longevity, because that's really what you're asking, how long is OnPassive going to be available and how long can we make money from OnPassive and build that residual income? You have to understand that because of what Ash Mufareh and his team have done, OnPassive, when we launch day one, will launch as a unicorn company. And that's a company with a value of $1 billion. This is not small ball. This is the big leagues. There has never been a company in the history of the world that has launched day one and been a multi-billion-dollar company. The way OnPassive is structured, the way Ash and his team have done it is so ingenious when you talk about not only the products of OnPassive, but how we get paid and how the math works. I can tell you that yes, OnPassive, it is secure. Yes, OnPassive is going to be around for a very, very long time. And it will give you the ability, having OnPassive go to work for you, to develop that income, develop a residual income, and there will come a point in time where you just don't worry about finances. And that's why we're all here, really. As you come into OnPassive and explore more about OnPassive, you're going to understand everything that I'm talking about, and you'll see that it gets better and better and better. As far as being able to contact the leadership council in OnPassive, we are all at your beck and call. Whatever you need, you can contact any one of us, whether it's Charles or Red or Marty or Susie, and we will get back to you. We don't hide. We're always out in the open, and you're going to know exactly what we think when whatever question you have. So it's a really unique situation. It's a company that I've looked for 15 years, and Marty and I, Dan, Charles, Red, Susie, we found this and got very excited because when we help people, we really are changing lives. And as you get into it and learn more, you're going to get excited about your future, not ours, but your future. I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you.
Red has
I think I'm clear now. Thank you. Thank you.
Just to ease your mind a little bit more as well, Charles mentioned it right at the beginning of his presentation, which was legitimate products. And he meant by legitimate, he meant legal. OnPassive is a completely legal company. It was first registered back in November of 2018 in Orlando, Florida, and subsequently it's been as an SSL company in the US, and also it's actually been registered in Hyderabad, India of January of this year as a limited company. This gives us the legal right to operate online anywhere in the world, exactly the same way as Apple does, or Google does, Amazon does, exactly the same. And just as a little side note as well, the onpassive.com domain name has been registered for 10 years. This business and this opportunity, this company is not going anywhere, my friends. We are here for the long haul. We have not spent 3 years developing these products and services, getting it all ready to go to the public just for it to fold and these people to run off with our money. That is not happening. And this is why it's taken so long, because we want it right from day one. So as far as your doubts are concerned about the company, you should not have any.
Yeah, I want to add one thing, and not just for you, because I know for Manu, you say you're okay. And this is for everybody else who's out there who perhaps had lost money in an investment like Bitcoin. I heard you mention Bitcoin. Believe me, okay? I did those things. As a matter of fact, I retired from my corporate job 4.5 years ago because I was investing in cryptocurrency. So believe it or not, I know what you're talking about. And when I came up with those 3 things, so we've done the work for you guys, okay? If you just ask yourself those 3 questions, and they go through all the in flying colors, you are in good hands. Those Bitcoin things or those investment things, guess what? Like Red just said, no legitimate products, but more importantly, no viable products. So some other companies have legitimate products, but they're not viable, right? So what is a product? Nothing. They tell you buy a package. There's nothing tangible. They don't offer you anything. And they're just going to tell you securities. We're going to give you 1%, 2%, 3%. There's nothing there, okay? So that's the key. And I lost money in a lot of those. And I figured out the way. So, okay, so rest secured, legitimate product like viable product like Google, Zoom. Do you think they're going out anytime soon? No, because they have products that people need every day. Just imagine we have more than 50 of those. Are we going anywhere anytime soon? Heck no, okay? All right, just to clear that.
Heck no. Heck no. Okay, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I think it's very clear now.
Okay, great. Get back to the person who invited you and they'll help you along in the process. And once you come in as a founder, there's resources in the back office for founders only. And the vision is for you is going to get bigger and bigger, and you're going to get more excited once you hear more from our CEO. So thank you for joining us. We have a question in the chat from Pascal, which I believe it's been addressed. Is it possible to have some documentation about the company and get more clarification about it? Well, you can visit onpassive.com and you can see all about the company there. There's also a blog there. There's all information on the products, frequently asked questions about each product, about Ash Mufareh, our CEO. So that should help you there.
Susie, let me address something on the chat before we move on.
Sure.
Somebody says from Jamal, Bitcoin is literally acceptable form of payment in multiple countries. So how can you say that is not valuable? Okay. So Mr. Jamal, I did not say Bitcoin is not valuable. I said those companies, so it's just like saying a dollar is not valuable or pounds are not valuable. OnPassive is going to pay us with Bitcoin as well, with dollars, with pounds, wherever you reside. I am talking about those businesses that claim to pay you in Bitcoin. They could claim to pay you in dollars. They could claim to pay you in pounds, doesn't matter. But they've used Bitcoin because it's digital currency, and they tell you that we're going to give you 1%, 2% every day. But they don't have a valuable product, a product that you can say, yes, a product we're offering you or offering anybody for that matter, okay? So understand that, all right? Go ahead, Susie.
Okay, we have Anand who wrote 3 questions in the chat, and then we'll get to Chu next. Number 1, can a firm or a company apply to be a founder? Is it possible? The answer to that, we're all nodding yes. Can a minor apply for founder? And I can answer that. A minor cannot. You need to check with your country or state or region at how old does someone need to be to have a business. So in some places it's 16, in the United States it's 18 years old. The third question is, in Hyderabad staff, are they working from home or working from the office at the present? If someone,
I think that's a founder only question. When we read questions, let's just read the ones from guests.
Okay,
Because,
that one was the third question, and it looked like it
oh yeah, that person must be a founder then. Okay, and if you're a founder, please come on Monday. I have seen quite a few founder questions on there. On Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna take all those questions. That doesn't mean you should put them in the chat. Same thing. Don't put them on the chat, please. We'll take your questions on Monday.
Okay, Chu Adela Mang, if you would unmute yourself and ask your question, please. While we're waiting for that, we have Harvey asked, as owners, what would be our daily duty? So I think what Harvey's looking for is, you know, once he, what would be his daily duties, if someone would like to respond to that, and then we'll get to Chu.
Well, I think Mike was gonna say, well, go ahead, Mike.
No, your daily duty is to go back into your wallet, see how much money's there and withdraw it, put it in your bank. That's your daily duty. OnPassive, 100% automated. If they're going to go to work for us, you just take care of the money.
Yep, great answer. Yes, and that's why, Harvey, I love OnPassive, is they're going to take care of all the products, the upgrades, the customer service, the troubleshooting. And I envision my days once we launch as in the morning, not only will I see how my commissions are coming in, but then how am I going to give back every day? That's going to be my daily duty. Hi, Chu, welcome. Let's see if am I pronouncing your name correctly? Is it Chu? We can't hear you. Okay, you're coming in and out, Chu. I think it may be your head. You're very crackly. We can't hear you. It may be your headphones. Do you want to unplug them? We can't hear you, Chu.
You can try putting out your video, maybe the bandwidth. Try putting out the video and just speak.
Turn your video off. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a question, Chu?
Yes, I have a question. Like, for example, here in Cameroon, we don't have something like that. A credit card is not really available. So now I don't have a bank account, and I really want to be a member or a business partner in OnPassive. So how will I go about the payment and all that?
Okay, in Cameroon, they have UBA Bank and they have Visa cards through that bank. Are you familiar with that bank?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have account with that bank?
No.
Okay. So there are some leaders in Cameroon who can help you with that. I don't know who invited you to the meeting. I think they should have contact to quite a few leaders, or they should have my contact and I can point you to some leaders who can help you. Okay.
Okay.
So whoever invited you, tell them to contact me, or I'll point you to someone that will help you. Okay.
Okay.
Is that your only question, Chu?
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, I'll do two more from the chat. How long will it take before the commissions start coming in? Well, that will happen when we launch to the world with the hard launch. And as customers come in and they buy products and or a package, we'll have your commissions, but not until we have our official launch. Unless, Red, you want to add more to that?
No, that's absolutely right. I was just saying you can obviously accelerate that process by using this period of time until we launch publicly to invite people in as founders within your existing team. This will just accelerate this process when we come to our hard launch process.
Okay, then we have Huan is asking, also the company has been around for a while, so are there any notable companies that have already agreed to partner with OnPassive?
We don't need anybody to partner with OnPassive. Go ahead, Red.
Yeah, I was just about to say, OnPassive is not looking for anybody to partner themselves. There's no shareholders, there's no partners, there's no investors. Everything to do with OnPassive has been completely financed by Ashmi Farah's family and very, very close friends. We have been invited here to participate as founders and partners within the company. So we're not looking for any other businesses. If any other businesses have become founders with OnPassive, we will find out these companies when we launch to the world. But it has no bearing whatsoever on the business. Like I said, we are at 777,000 founders at this day today, and everyone has caught the vision of what OnPassive is going to do for them. Some of these 770,000 people will be businesses and will be very large businesses. They might even be colleges, universities, they might be schools, all sorts of companies will be within that number. But to answer your question, there is no partners in OnPassive.
Okay, thank you, fellas. We have on the panel Jewel, J-U-L, if you'd like to ask your question, please.
Yes, I was wondering, on the AI system, do they have places to advertise your company to send out? And we don't have to fool with finding lists, sites, extra places to send it out to? You do all that?
Bingo. Who would like to say more than bingo, Red?
It's a good question, actually. And I don't know if you do any advertising right now online, but if you did on Facebook, for instance, if you're a business and you advertise on the Facebook platform, part of the advertising there, you have lots of different categories, drop downs, genographic places. So for instance, we'll just take you're a florist on Vancouver Island. You only want to target Vancouver Island for your business. You'd go into the back office of the business section where your business is registered within OnPassive. You then click every founder has a certain amount of traffic. You can split that up between the business and yourself personally. You can actually also buy extra traffic source as well. But you'd find out more about that if you're a founder. You then go into the back office. You can then select the same as you do on Facebook, Vancouver Island, age groups, interests, etc., etc. You can do that regionally, you can do it globally, you can do it countrywide, etc., etc. And not only on top of that, like I said before, we will have a marketplace that your business will be displayed on as well. So every single founder, customer, and reseller who is a member of OnPassive will also be able to view that through the marketplace. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jewel. We hope you jump on board because it will be great for you and for your business. We really feel that way. There's a question in the chat that is a founder, but they're asking for a prospect. So I'm going to read it, and then Charles, you can decide. If a person wants to be a reseller after we launch, do they get paid commissions only on what they sell, or they're brought in only customers, or do they get to receive the same shared commission as the founders? Okay, Marty, go for it.
They get the same thing as a founder. The company will go to work for them also. The only difference is, as a founder, there's perks that I believe we will make more money and more revenue from other things that the company's going to offer founders. So if I had the chance to be a founder or a reseller, I would definitely be a founder.
So let me add to that. Thanks, Marty. So guys, when we say we're gonna pay twice, okay? As a founder, we're paying $97. What that does, it gives us traffic for 1 whole year. That OnPassive is gonna run traffic. Now a reseller comes in when we launch, right? When we launch, everybody pays $250. That $250 gives you access to all the products, including traffic. Okay, so everybody gets traffic, the resellers get traffic, but as a founder, you get extra traffic. See, so you get more traffic. So you want to be a founder so they have access to that traffic that resellers don't have. But everybody's going to get traffic, just so you know.
Thank you very much, Charles. I'm going to ask one more question from the chat, and then I need to leave. So I'm hoping someone else can take over for me. So thank you, everyone, for joining. There's a lot of questions in the chat asking, when will we have the official launch of OnPassive? I know it was kind of discussed in the presentation, but perhaps someone would like to just respond to when we will be launching.
I can take that very, very quickly, Susie, and thanks for coming on and helping out. Have a good day.
Wish I could stay longer. There's some questions in the chat, but thank you, everyone. Get back to the person who invited you, and you'll be smiling like me very soon. Okay, thanks.
Susie, see you
Have a good day,
Monday.
Susie. Yeah. The launch, very, very simple. The launch is 3 processes. We're in pre-launch right now, then there's soft launch, and there's hard launch. Pre-launch is a time when we can see the products. Soft launch, which we're going into very, very quickly, within weeks, I believe. The soft launch is a time where we can come in, not only review the products, but we get to use the products. That's a really, really big deal. And not only do we get to use the products, but there will be some money changing hands. And again, the soft launch is a time to test everything. Charles calls it beta testing. You can call it whatever you want. We're going to test everything. And then as we do that, Ash is going to continue to bring products on that we can look at and test. And from the soft launch, when Ash is ready, we'll go right into the hard launch. And this time frame, it's very, very narrow. I'm not talking about years. It's a very, very narrow time frame from pre-launch to soft launch to hard launch. And obviously, when we get into the hard launch, that's when the real money starts flowing. It'll be a really, really fun time. And Ash has choreographed this as we go into the hard launch. Like Charles says, it is going to be an internet quake. Everybody online will know OnPassive, and it's because of what Ash and his team have done. It's been planned, it's been choreographed, and we are in that choreograph right now. It is happening as we speak. So that's the launch of OnPassive. We can't give you specific dates right now. When Ash gives us a date, we'll give you a date. But again, the window is very, very narrow. So hopefully that helps.
I think it does. Susie is gone, so I guess let me see who's next. I see Abel, your video is up. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question, Abel?
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Do you have another device next to you that is open? Maybe a phone? Or, because
Yeah, your phone. Just now I stopped the phone also, sir.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. My question is for you, sir, Mr. Charles.
Okay. Are you a founder?
Yeah, I'm a founder, sir. I'm from India.
Okay, so Abel.
From Hyderabad.
Yes, Abel. Here's the thing, though. We want founders to ask questions on Monday, right?
Not today.
Not today, because we have a lot of guests who have questions, and also not only that, the founder questions can be too technical for the guests. We just want to give the guests enough information to make a decision. Now, if you have technical questions, come on Monday, and we'll take all the questions. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
And you can also private chat me if you cannot wait Monday. Okay. You
so
can
today only for the guest.
Huh?
So today only for the guest.
Today's a guest webinar. We'll do these webinars so that founders can bring their guests, and we can help explain the business to the guest.
Okay.
You see that? And then we'll have founders on the webinars.
Okay.
On Monday.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Take care. Okay, so now we'll go to Jem. Jem, are you there? Jem is not there. What about Galaxy S7?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Okay, all right.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very blessed.
Yes. Thank you so much for the presentation. I'm originally from Ghana, but I live here in New York.
Oh, okay. So this is your first time?
No, I think I was on 2 weeks ago.
And you didn't sign up yet?
I'm about to.
Okay, hurry up now.
I will. But I think the question everybody keeps asking is when it's gonna be launched. But you guys still don't know, right?
Yeah, that has been answered. That has been taken care of.
Yeah. And I wanted to find out. So if somebody wanted to work for the OnPassive, even though you're a founder, you can still work for the company?
No, conflict of interest.
Oh.
You can either go and look for a job there, or you come and become a founder, one of the two. You cannot do both.
So does it mean that those who work for OnPassive, they are not founders?
They are not. That's what it means.
Oh.
Okay.
So the only person who can work there is a CEO?
No. We have employees. I told you in the beginning, we have over 200 engineers, right? They are engineers. They are not founders. We also have administrative staff. We have all kinds of staff, security staff, but they are not founders.
Right.
So you want to work there, you can go and work, but you can't be a founder at the same time.
Oh. Okay.
This is for entrepreneurs, people with a business mind, not employees.
Well, I understand. I still want to know where my money is coming from. That's why.
Yeah, but believe me, you want to be a founder. You don't want to be an employee.
No, I
Get a
don't
job
want to.
anywhere.
No. But then you guys are sure that this year is going to launch, right?
Well, Jem, let's put it this way. If you
Mhm.
had launched already, you would have missed out. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good for me.
So now you want others to miss out. Don't worry, the launch is coming. It'll come when it comes. We are very
Yeah.
close though. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you. And come on board, okay? If you
Yes,
come
I
in,
will.
if you sign up before Monday, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Then you are eligible to attend our founders only webinar. And believe me, you will learn a lot. Okay. By the way, that $97 is refundable. I don't know if we mentioned that.
Yeah,
You
you
have
do.
30 days. Okay, 30 days. If you don't like what you see, you don't like what you hear, you can get your money back. But here's the key. When you pay that $97, you have access to a lot of information, a lot. So you want to do that ASAP, okay? All right, let's go to Galaxy S7. Okay, it's not coming up. Firinchiji, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Okay. Huh? Maybe, Red, do we have any questions on the chat from guests that we need to, while we're trying to get this
No,
going?
I've answered a couple, and the others are founders' questions, so we're good.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, Galaxy S7. If you can unmute yourself, then we're gonna take you back to the attendees section. Are you there, Galaxy S7? Okay. Well, I can't seem to get anybody else up. Marty, you want to try? All right. Okay, so if you're not up here and you have a question and you're a guest, just put it on the chat. We'll attend to it. Okay, another 5 minutes or so. If you don't see a question, we'll assume we're good and we're gonna end this webinar. Adekunle, unmute yourself and ask your question if you have any. Somebody said, do you gain by sending your links to someone? I guess one of you guys respond to that.
Say the question again, Charles. Can you
said,
sell your link?
do you gain if you send your link to someone? Which means if you bring in somebody, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you invite someone in and they like what they see and they join under you, yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, we share, that's what we do. We put it in front of people, and when they hear this panel, most of the time they're in. They see the vision and they come in. So that is to your advantage.
All right, thanks, Mike.
One question in the chat is from, where's he gone? Ayurindi says, license, I want to know if I can register my son of 18 years. I can answer that if you want to. As long as 18 years is the legal age in your country for a person to own a business, then you can register your son. Just use your registration link if you're already a founder and sign your son underneath you. And that is how you do that. Back to you, Charles.
Okay. Somebody said she did not get a clear answer for what question is that? I don't know. Okay. I don't know what question they didn't get a clear answer for. Now,
Auntie Gillian, that was, I don't know what her question or answer was. I'm going to scroll back up again. Hang on a second.
okay, in the meantime, Adekunle, I see your video is on. Do you have a question? You're muted. You're muted, sir, Adekunle. And we can't hear you, man. You have to unmute yourself. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see the mute button. Just click on it, it'll unmute you.
Okay.
That's better.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you a guest or a founder?
Yeah, I'm a guest.
Okay, good to have you.
Okay, yesterday, I'm from Nigeria. So on my way home yesterday, I met a guy in a public transport. So we are having a chat on the different things entirely. So when it remained almost like 5 minutes to alight at my bus stop, so the guy approached me inside the public bus. So I was wondering what is bringing for me. So we are having conversation, and he said he has something to show me. And I said, we are many people inside this, but we're having a conversation. Why can't you show every other people? And which he said, you know how people reacted by the way that I was talking. So that's why they wanted to show me this stuff. So when he's trying to explain something, so I was okay, I have some idea about some online business, but with this you are telling me about now, so we exchanged the contact yesterday, and they have been sending me some information. And later, he sent me a message on WhatsApp that there's going to be a Zoom meeting this evening I can able to attend. So by 4, which I joined the Zoom meeting, he remembered me and I joined the Zoom meeting. So I've been listening to every conversation from you to the other code founders, and listening some questions from the other guests as well. So what I want to say is that I think the best anybody can do, even though when someone introduces you to a particular business, if you have the opportunity to listen to the main people in the field, then you can able to understand more about what this program is all about. I think I'm being educated about this for the past 1 hour with the Zoom meeting have been started. So I've really enjoyed my time here, and I believe what I heard is something that give me belief, because I've seen many programs, many stuff people talk about.
Okay, Adekunle, I know, I'm sorry, we have a lot of questions. I don't want to cut you short.
Okay.
I know you're here because somebody invited you yesterday and you
Yes.
listened to it. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, I don't have question at the moment, but I've understand every bit of conversation. So what I've listened to, what I've heard, I'm more educated about it. So the person that invited me, so after this Zoom meeting, we have a chat, then we can move.
Yes, so I'm glad. We want to welcome you aboard. As a matter of fact, we have a webinar on Monday for founders. You will be a new founder, so
Okay.
you will not have any question, but you can learn a lot. You'll learn a lot more, right? So I advise you just get back to that person, get signed up if possible today, and then come back on Monday to our founders only webinar, and you will learn a lot.
Okay,
Welcome on board, okay?
Appreciate it.
All right. Okay, Galaxy S6, go ahead with your question, sir.
Yeah, I'm just new here, so I just want to understand how the program works.
Were you from the beginning? Were you here from the beginning?
No, I'm not. I was not here from the beginning. A friend just shared me the link.
Okay, all right. So you have to get a recording. We have another one on Tuesday. Okay, by the way, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Cameroon.
Okay, so Cameroon time, that will be 7 p.m. Cameroon time, right? In the meantime, you can send an email to OnPassive Nation. I think Marty is going to put that on the chat. And then you can get a recording of this webinar, right?
Yeah.
Listen to it and then come back on Tuesday. If you have any questions, we'll take your question at that time. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Firinchiji. Okay. All right, I think we're done because I don't see. Let's go to Antonia Okere. Can you unmute yourself, please, and ask your question?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you? Yeah. Unfortunately, I found out that founder cannot ask questions. I don't want to lie.
Oh, well, to tell you the truth, if you lie, we will know. the question will tell us if you're a founder or you're a guest. Believe me.
Yeah, but the issue,
Okay?
the truth is that there are some people who are here with me, and maybe they would like to know what it's all about. So, like,
were they here from the beginning? From the beginning of the webinar?
No, we just came to the house. So, yeah, I don't know if you're interested to say that, or maybe some other time.
The problem is, if they did not listen to the webinar, it's kind of hard to respond to their questions because they need to know everything, right? That's why I asked, were they here from the beginning? If not, Tuesday will be a great deal. 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're in Nigeria, that will be 7 p.m.
I'm in Europe.
If you're in Europe, depending on where, it might be 7 or 8 p.m.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you in Europe?
Holland.
Okay, I believe that will be 8 p.m., right? 6 hours difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so back on Tuesday, if you want the recording, we can send to you, and you can watch with them, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then come back on Tuesday so they can ask their questions, right?
Okay. Got it.
But for you, you can come back on Monday, and we'll answer any questions that you might have.
Okay. There's no problem. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
We are hoping for that great day. That's what.
Yes,
that's
it's coming.
what I am hoping and waiting for.
It's coming. They say the patient dog eats the largest bone, right?
Yes.
So let's have some patience.
Bring your bank account. That's what I'm waiting for.
Exactly.
Okay, take care, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. I think try to promote a few more if they can come and ask their questions, right? Again, remember, founders, this is for our guests. So we appreciate you, founders, understanding. And it's all about your guests today. If you can't make it here and you have a question and you're a guest, put it on the chat. If not, I think I don't see any more questions on the chat. I see a few hands raised though. I don't know if these are guests or not. Fantastic. Okay, I see. Patricia. Oh, well, let's go first to Rose. Oh, well, Zoom user is up. Zoom user. It says Zoom user. I hope that's not your name, right? But you can ask your question.
I'm not sure. My name is Angela.
Hello, Angela.
I'm from the UK. Patricia, she's the one who has introduced me to your thing. And I just want to know, I've just signed on and I would like to be able to watch the recording from the beginning. Can I have the email address? Who do I email to have them send today's?
Yes, Marty is going to put it on the chat just now. Okay.
Okay.
so that you can pick it up from there.
Okay, and your next webinar is on Monday or Tuesday?
Well, Monday is for Founders Only. So Tuesday we have another guest webinar just like this.
Okay, so it's what time is it? 11 your time. I'm in the UK. I think I'm 6
That will
hours.
be 7 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern our time.
Okay, 7 p.m. UK time. Perfect timing for me. Okay, I'm interested. I'm really looking forward.
Yes, it is a great opportunity. Don't miss out. Okay.
Okay, I won't.
So
Patricia has been trying to get me on a while, and I'm ready now.
Okay, so Angela, here's the other thing. We can send you the recording that
Could you send it, please?
She just put it on passivenation@gmail.com. Okay, send it. It's just on the chat, right?
Yeah.
We will send it to you, listen to it, and then come back on Tuesday. Now you're gonna have a better understanding. If at all you have any questions, we will take them on Tuesday.
Okay, so do I go into the chat? Is that where I find it? The recording? Or
yeah, onpassivenation@gmail.com. Just send email there and say, hey, my name is Angela, I need a recording, and we'll send it to you.
Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Now, Patricia Shields, well, you must be a founder because you're the one who introduced Angela, right?
Yes, she's the founder. She's my sister-in-law.
She has a big smile, though, but I don't think we're going to take her question today. We're going to take your question on Monday, Patricia. How about that? But your smile is contagious. I'm glad you showed up and just smiled.
Wonderful. Good.
All right. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye now.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Rose Tumo. You can unmute yourself, Rose.
Hello.
Yes, Rose. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Even though we can't see you, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you received me once I joined.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much for such a great presentation. It's really wonderful. For me, I was introduced to this OnPassive by my friend Hawa, and definitely attending today was good and an eye-opener. And I was able also to go online and read more about OnPassive. It's very interesting. Thanks, gentlemen. But I am calling from South Africa, and I wanted to just a clarification. I wrote it on a chat, but I think you are not able to know whether I'm a founder or just first attending. So what I wanted the clarification was, if I become a founder, will I be able to get probably returns after how long? Is it after launching or maybe before you launch? Because I didn't capture that. So I just wanted a clarification so that when I go into it, you know exactly what I'm joining. Thanks.
Okay. Does anyone want to take that? She wants to know. I think we answered that earlier, but again, she wants to know how soon before she gets returns if she becomes a founder, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think I didn't get it, so I just wanted, to get it properly. So if you can just clarify in a minute, then I'll be happy to get it to get it again.
Yeah, so basically, when's the money coming in, right?
Yes.
Okay. We will start getting paid at hard launch. We don't make any guarantees on these webinars, but I can tell you the first year, and Red talked about this, we'll probably bring in 100 million customers. All of those customers go under us as founding members. So the amount of wealth that's going to be generated by OnPassive is going to be unprecedented. Can I tell you exactly what you're going to make on day one, week one, month one? No, I really can't do that. But I can tell you, you will not be disappointed because of the way it's structured and because of the way the compensation program works, which is proprietary. We can't talk about that today. But you won't be disappointed. You'll pay once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. And I believe in a very, very short period of time, that money will start to accumulate in your account. And as that happens, you can pull it out. And over the course of a year, I just don't think you're going to have anything to worry about.
Okay, Mike, if I may also ask you another question.
Sure.
Yeah, OnPassive has been in existence for quite some time. If your client, or maybe if your founder members, you don't know when the launch is going to be, don't you think that creates, I'm very sorry probably to say how I feel and how I think. If they don't know when, don't you think it becomes like a marketing tool? Like saying we are launching, but when people don't know when you're going to launch. So not knowing, that puts us in a situation where we don't know. It can be 1 year, it can be 2 years, it can also be 5 years.
No. Let me address that just very, very quick. I understand the concern. When is it going to launch? But when you look at OnPassive, you have to understand we are in the launch right now, the pre-launch, then we'll go into the soft launch. The soft launch is going to happen very, very quickly, Rose. Okay. And as we go into the soft launch and test the products, we are going to go into the hard launch very quickly after that. So 2021, this is the year. This is the next 6 months are going to be very exciting for those individuals participating with OnPassive. But the launch is in process right now. Why Ash Mufara can't give us a specific date for the soft launch or the hard launch? He's done that in the past and he's missed it by a day or two, and it just freaks people out. He's not going to do that. He's going to come out and he's going to say, Rose, we're going into the soft launch this date. That's what he's going to say. And then he's going to come out and say, we're going to the hard launch this date. But when he knows the exact date, that's when he's going to come out and tell us. But we are in that process right now. So not knowing when the launch is, it's kind of a misnomer because we're actually doing it right now. We just don't have the exact dates, but they're close. They really are.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And Rose, are you a founder already?
No. I was just told. I got information from my friend. So this is. So
your friend told you that she doesn't know when there's a launch?
Well, I think I didn't ask her that because she wanted myself to hear from the panel.
Okay, so let me just say this though, for those of you who are guests, once you become a founder and you participate, for example, we have a founders webinar on Monday. The CEO normally calls webinars. Once you participate, you will be so impressed, you will be so assured, okay, that you won't even care about knowing the launch date because you know it's coming.
Oh, fantastic. And in any case, you mentioned that within 1 year, if someone is not satisfied, you've got an option of refunding.
30 days, yeah, okay? Within 30 days, not 1 year.
Okay. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we might be done. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're done. I see, a few hands up, but folks, if you are a guest, just put your question on the chat so we can take them. I don't think we're gonna bring anybody else in the panel. It's almost 2 hours. Put your question on the chat.
I've answered most of them in the chat anyway, Charles.
Okay, great. So guys, it was great having you. Those of you who are founders, rendezvous Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're a guest, try and come in before that time so you can participate and you'll be glad you did. Our next guest webinar is on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, okay? And this is for the founders to bring their guests so we can help them, grow their team if they're interested, or just to help their loved ones share in this big, big cake that Mr. Mufara has decided to share with the rest of the world. Okay, have a great weekend. Unless somebody else wants to say something. If not, guys, see you all on Monday. Bye.